remain standing for the national anthem. Remain standing for invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we invite you into this space on this special day of graduation. It is a time of passage and completion. We pray for all those who have met the challenge and kept the faith to the commitments of their studies. We first offer thanks for their success. We thank you for granting them focus and direction along with strength and endurance. You created the knowledge and understanding they have mastered. You have created the curiosity, capacity, and determination that led them in pursuit. All these good things came from you, and we thank you. We also thank you for their families, teachers, and mentors who have been with them along their life's journey so far. It is in your precious and holy name we humbly pray. Amen.
You may be seated. Good afternoon. My name is David Hines, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as Vice President of Academic Affairs at the University of Mount Olive. We are gathered here this afternoon to mark the start of a new venture for our almost newest graduates. Just as families come together to celebrate the accomplishments of their family members, we as an academic family come together to celebrate the accomplishments of our students. Among our graduates today are those who have served their country. They are noted by wearing cords of red, white, and blue. Will those wearing those cords please stand? We thank you for your service. I now invite Mr. Earl Worley, Jr., Chair of the Board of Trustees of the University of Mount Olive, to bid you welcome. Mr. Worley.
Good afternoon. Graduates, parents, family members, faculty, staff, fellow trustees, and friends of the university, it is my pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees. And we are gathered together in this special day to celebrate the accomplishments of each of our graduates. This is truly an auspicious day in their lives as well as in the life of the university. As I look back on my experiences here at this institution and the opportunities that it afforded me, I appreciate more and more the kind of education I received, and it prepared me for my career, but most importantly, an education that prepared me for life. It is my hope and prayer that you will leave the university well prepared intellectually, morally, and spiritually to face the world. I trust that you will take with you the fond memories of your experiences here at the university and with your faculty, staff, and your fellow students. I trust that you will be grateful for all those close to you who have helped make this journey possible. As you prepare to leave the University of Mount Olive, know that you're ready to face whatever challenges and opportunities lie before you. Go with our blessings, and we wish you Godspeed in the next phase of your life.
Thank you, Mr. Worley. Allow me to introduce some people who are with us this afternoon. When I call your name or recognize the group that you represent, if you would please stand, and I'd like to ask those in the audience to withhold their applause until all the introductions have been completed. On the platform, we have Mr. Earl Worley, Jr., Chair of the Board of Trustees. We have Dr. Joey Long, 2018 recipient of the Thomas R. Morris Award for Teaching Excellence and our commencement speaker. We have our President, Dr. David Poole, the Reverend Carla Williamson, the University Chaplain, and Mr. David Bourgeois, the University Registrar. Seated in our audience, we have Trustee Bob Carnegie. We have Mrs. Rose Raper, President Emeritus, Dr. J. William Byrd, Mary Poole, First Lady of the University of Mount Olive, Mr. Brian DeBose, President of the Alumni Association, and his wife, Sabra, members of the Executive Council, deans, division chairs, department chairs, and directors of our locations, faculty and faculty emeriti, and university staff. We thank you for being here today. You may be seated. It is now my privilege to introduce the new president of the University of Mount Olive, Dr. David Poole. It's a privilege because this is his first graduation at this university. Folks, we need you to help make this a special day for Dr. and Mrs. Poole. Dr. Poole, we welcome you to our podium.
Good afternoon, all of you. It's a great day to be a Trojan. I believe it's important that we have commencement speakers who have important connections to our university and especially connections to our students. Today's speaker, Dr. Joseph Joey M. Long, clearly represents such important connections. Dr. Long is an assistant professor of business law and ethics and the recipient, as Dr. Hines just mentioned, of the 2018 Thomas R. Morris Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Long joined the University of Mount Olive faculty in August of 2012, having previously taught in the College of Business at Western Carolina University. His career includes service as both a law clerk and in private practice. Born and raised in Henderson, North Carolina, Dr. Long received his Bachelor of Arts in English and Philosophy from Wingate University, his Master's in Business Administration from Western Carolina University, and his Juris Doctorate from the University of Mississippi. Dr. Long resides in Mount Olive with his wife and their 2 children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor and definitely my distinct pleasure to present our commencement speaker, Dr. Joey Long.
Gonna have to pull this microphone down a little bit. You haven't noticed? I thank the University of Mount Olive for this very special opportunity today. And when I say very special, I mean it. I am in the business of education, and this is one of the best moments in our careers and for these students that are in front of us. I don't take that lightly, and I'm really happy to be here. We are happy to be gathered to share this moment where you, in your green and now your black graduation gowns and your caps, will transition from being students to alumni of this university. I'm certain there will be probably some dancing, hopefully during this speech, probably tonight, and maybe on into tomorrow. If you feel like you need to dance a little bit, go right ahead. Welcome, Dr. and Mrs. Poole, to the graduation ceremonies at the University of Mount Olive, and I thank Dr. Poole in particular for giving me this opportunity, so if it goes really bad, you can blame him. We are excited to have you here, Dr. Poole, to lead the university in the upcoming years, and hope to see you and Mrs. Poole dancing with our graduates very shortly. Graduates, I stand before you and your diplomas and have been told that I should talk for about an hour and a half, so settle in. But I'm going to take what I hope is no more than a few minutes of your time and hope you find our conversation helpful. I want to briefly look to your past and discuss your struggles, look at the present and discuss the responsibilities you now have, and make the case that with your new responsibilities, your future happiness depends upon your commitment to community building. You graduates are now more responsible for building community because your happiness depends on it. I'm not done with that page yet. But first, I'd like to address your struggles. In the United States in 2016, about 85 to 90% of us graduated from high school or earned a GED. That's almost all of us. But when you go into earning higher education degrees, only about 42% of us make it that far. Only 42%. 26% of Americans in 2016 had associate's degrees. 32% of Americans ages 25 and up have bachelor's degrees. And here comes the master's part. This is where your responsibility really hits home. Only 11% of Americans have master's degrees or above. Only 11%. You are a minority of Americans who have completed a degree or two in higher education and struggled through the coursework. Diving further into the data, it is important for us to understand that not all struggles are equal. For example, the economic foundation of your family makes a difference. A 2017 study found that economic status of your family influences the likelihood of getting a degree from college. The study, covering almost the last 4 decades, says that families with incomes below $89,000, out of 100 of those families, only 16 produce college graduates. Families with incomes above $89,000, out of those families, if there are 100 of them, 54 produce college graduates. That is a significant difference. 75% of Americans, I know that's a lot of numbers, but 75% of American families are below $90,000. Only 25% are above. That is a big deal. That is a struggle for some people. If you are from a single-parent household, your chances of earning a bachelor's degree are 17% less than if you're from a two-family household. People who are abused or neglected are far less likely to reach high school graduation, much less graduate from college. Only 1/3 of those people with disabilities who start college graduate. And the American Council on Education, which is a conservative organization, reported that only by the year 2000 did the number of African American males in prison drop below the number of African American males pursuing a college degree. Only in the year 2000. Not all struggles are equal. College graduation percentage is low, and it makes you, in this audience who are about to walk across this stage, exceptional and educated, and who have made education a priority, have sacrificed time, have sacrificed money, have sacrificed attention, and have accepted the challenge of not being in the majority, but in the minority of Americans who earn the right to be those people in those seats with those gowns and caps on. Graduates, can you help me out for a second? Professors like people to raise hands, so I need you to raise your hands with me for a little bit. Raise your hand if you had difficulty balancing your life with the demands of classes and the demands of other things in your life. Work, family, friends, military service, disabilities, difficulties with language, bills, kids, deaths in the family, or even health issues. Raise your hand if it was a struggle to stay awake in some of those night classes, or to meet a weekday deadline because your work schedule was just too tight. Just a few of you. Raise your hand if you thought the work was too hard or it required too much time. Raise your hand if you sometime used a four-letter word to refer to a professor. Words like good and best. Now, raise your hand if there is someone out there who helped you with these struggles, who helped you stay strong in the wake of all these struggles, and who is now sitting here with you on one of the happiest occasions of your life. Or is not here, but you know they helped you through these struggles. Now, will the audience help me out for a minute? Can you raise your hands? Raise your hands if you're excited and happy and really want me to get out of the way. Go ahead and dance if you really, really want me to get out of the way. Raise your hand if you remember times where you supported your graduate through this education process. Raise your hand if you watched, if you listened to, and simply were around during this process. Raise your hand if you wanted to use four-letter words towards one of the graduate's professors. Like good and best. And do what they said. Wait, that's not a four-letter word, is it? Keep your hands up for a minute, those in the audience who just shared with that. Graduates, can you raise your hands, please, in the audience one more time? Graduates, this is your support group. This is your community. This is the recognition that in all of our struggles and in all of our hard times, the existence of support and of caring, compassionate, and connected community is what brings us together into events like this. Some of us still have our hands up. I like it. This is what makes us happier. Now, let me get to the responsibility part. You as educated people have more, not less, responsibility to make your lives meaningful and to make yourselves happy. Meaning, you have more of a responsibility to understand and work in your communities than before. Here's why. One of our responsibilities as educated people is to understand science and to understand data and to take that data and science and make our lives and other people's lives better. Feelings are important. Feelings are good, but feelings can often lead us astray. Most social media and politics is 99% about feeling, but truth sits in the data. Truth sits in the science, and with a higher education degree, you have now earned the responsibility to know what that data is and to know what that science is. It is our responsibility to set aside our feelings and dig into what is the truth. I'm sure at some point in this room, a number of us have been pulled over for speeding. You could raise your hands. There's probably a few police officers that are dancing right now. One of your reactions may have been that it didn't feel like you were going that fast, that there was no way that you were actually going that fast. But a police officer with a radar detector then showed you the science and told you exactly how fast you were going, right? The reality was that your vehicle that you were driving was going faster than you felt like, and that ticket proved it. The answer hurts sometimes, but sometimes it's the real answer. With advanced degrees, we have to admit to ourselves that often our feelings are wrong and that science and data can help us find those right answers. Does this mean that our feelings are invalid? Absolutely not. It means that our feelings, in most cases, can often lead us to the wrong factual conclusion. We may feel that our way of life is under attack, that our industry that we work in is under attack, that there are people out to get us, and social media and large media corporations may want us to feel that way. Certain political figures or entertainers posing as news may want us to feel that way. They may also want you to believe that success or happiness looks and feels a certain way. But as educated people with advanced degrees, we have the tools and ability to discover what is actually happening and what actually makes us happy. Not only as people with higher education degrees, but also as Christians, we are directed towards those things: truth, happiness, and actually understanding hardship. So here we go with the data. Research into happiness, true happiness, shows that two things contribute the most: having a sense of community and celebrations like this with the community. Those contribute to happiness the most. The country with the most satisfied and optimistic people and the happiest kids is Mexico. Community. Data also show us that the most important source for happiness in a kid's life is family and close friends. In other words, a sense of community and community celebrations. In America, we often fence ourselves off into our own personal property, claiming that our personal taxes are too high, afraid that someone might steal our personal possessions, and that we give too much away to other people already. That does not create community. But data tells us that the more we wall ourselves off, the more we defend our way of life as the only way to make ourselves happy, the more demonized those around us become, and the less happy we are. Community at any stage in our lives makes us the happiest. This has great implications for the choices that you are about to make for the rest of your careers. And with advanced degrees, it is your responsibility, as well as ours, to know the science and to use it appropriately. The data is also more specific, and it shows 100 hours a year of community service or commitment to active involvement in the community actually makes you happier. I'm not saying that there aren't people in this room that already do this and already have that sense and that feeling. I believe there are many of us in this room that have already committed in that direction. But that is the science and that is the data. If you want to be selfish about your happiness, in other words, get out and commit to helping others. It is an educated Christian's responsibility to seriously reevaluate and reconsider those traditions, laws, and displays of heritage that we feel we cannot let go of. But the data clearly show us that they work against our own interests, and they work against our own happiness. In 1 John, we all know there is a John, but there is also a 1 John. I learned that this week, thanks to some fantastic religion professors. But in 1 John, there's also a chapter 3, verse 16. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son," and it just says to believe. 1 John 3:16 gets a little bit further on, and it says, "Because God died for us, we are also instructed to lay down our lives for others." In 1 John chapter 3:17, it goes on and says, "If we refuse to help others who need help, we are not filled with God's compassion." And in 1 John chapter 3, verses 18, we are told to move beyond words, move beyond the tongue, and into actions and truth. Truth is in the data. Truth is in the science. It tells us to get active and to be happy. Your education allows you to use the data to understand the truth as we are supposed to understand it as Christians and as graduates, to turn that into your careers. So with your new degree and your position as some of the most educated people in America, what do you plan to do? What do you plan to do to make yourselves happy? If you feel that you need more money, if you feel that you need to have the latest car, the latest job title, to live in that particular area of the country where the gates are high and always locked, if you feel that you need to associate with certain types of people and only those types of people, if you feel that at all costs you need to protect your traditions and your heritage, then you are not using your education appropriately, because the data tells us otherwise. That's why understanding this new responsibility that you have earned and not forgetting the struggle that it took to get here is so important. Remembering our own struggles and learning about others helps us to be more empathetic, be more mindful of those around us, and be more aware of our moral choices in our own careers. But education should also help us be aware of the fact that even if I did not struggle in the same way as someone else, even if I am not exactly like the person in front of me or behind me or beside me, I can read, I can study, I can be curious enough to find out how that person in that person's community lives. I can even introduce myself and start a conversation. The advanced degree gives you an opportunity to be curious and to find answers and to make us all better. It does not give you the responsibility to be a know-it-all. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't get raises and bonuses and promotions. Raise your hand if you like raises and bonuses and promotions. Raise your hand if you like giving raises and bonuses and promotions. But with your personal success, we, as a faculty and the members of this University of Mount Olive community, hope that we have shared with you the importance and the responsibility of educated character, the responsibility of educated moral choice, and the responsibility of being an educated member of your community, our community. We hope that we have helped you realize that you can now do more, but that you also have the responsibility to do more for the right reasons. Now, I feel like I should talk some more, but the data is telling me that I'm out of time. So the point is, as a graduate of higher education here at the university, you now have more responsibility for the following. Number one, make yourselves happier. Number two, understand what making yourself happier actually means in a Christian sense as well as in a scientific, data-driven sense. Community building and connections within the community that create celebration. And to do so in a way that reflects the values and Christian directives we have incorporated at the University of Mount Olive. I hope you not only raise your hands and accept that challenge, but will leave as alumni and act upon this challenge, because doing so will lead to your own happiness, and happy people dance. Congratulations. Thank you. Got all my papers.
Thank you, Joey, for your inspiring words. We're so pleased you were able to address our students in this assembly today. All of us are grateful to you for your excellence in and out of the classroom. You make a difference, and we thank you for that. At this time, I'd like to ask Trustee O'Worley and President Poole to please join me for the conferral of the degrees. President Poole, I present to you the graduates for the following degrees. Will the candidates for the Associate in Science degree please rise?
In recognition of your successful completion of the prescribed courses of study at the University of Mount Olive, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority granted to the University of Mount Olive by the State of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the Associates of Science degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Business Administration degrees please rise?
and in recognition of your successful completion of the prescribed courses of study at the University of Mount Olive. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, the approval by the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of the authority granted to the University of Mount Olive by the state of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, and Bachelor of Business Administration degrees with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science and Nursing degrees please rise?
And in recognition of your successful completion of the prescribed courses of study at the University of Mount Olive, upon the recommendation of the faculty, upon the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority granted to the University of Mount Olive by the state of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science and Nursing degrees with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto.
The names of the graduates who are unable to be here today are listed in the program, but they will not be read. They are graduating in absentia. At this time, will Dr. Amanda Maxwell Bullard, Dr. Joy Kiefer, and Dr. Paul Swick please join us on the platform to assist in the hooding of our MED, MSN, and MBA graduates. Will Dean Dahmer of the School of Graduate Studies, Dean Best of the Tillman School of Business, and Dean Lewis of the School of Arts and Sciences please proceed to the podium to announce the names of the graduates. Marshals, please present the graduates. You will notice today stoles, medallions, and cords worn on the graduate robe. Allow me to explain their meaning. Latin honors will be represented by cords and with different grade point averages attached. The bronze cord, cum laude, is 3.7 GPA. Silver, magna cum laude, 3.8 GPA. And gold, summa cum laude, 3.9 GPA. Stoles, the white stole is Pi Lambda for our education. Apricot stole represents our nursing students. Black with gold trim is university marshals who are now graduating. Honor cords in specific disciplines include purple and gold, Delta Mu Delta for business, green and red, Beta, 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 biology, platinum and dark blue, Psi Chi for psychology, crimson and cobalt blue, Upsilon Phi Delta, healthcare administration, black and red, Sigma Tau Delta for English majors in English Honor Society. Some students may be wearing the medallion. These are honors program students who are graduating. This is a very important day in the life of these students, and we want to ensure that the name of each student is heard. It's a day of celebration, but we ask so much that you'd be respectful so that every student has the right to have their name heard today. We thank you very much.
Now presenting our candidates from the School of Education for the Masters of Education degree. Melissa Ann Bay. Anna Elizabeth Cheka. Rosa Davis Ingram. Nicole Allen Rooms. Jenny Leah Sanderson. Ashley Nicole Stallings Small. Kai Kai Johnson Thomas. Now presenting our candidate for Master of Science in Nursing, Jushana Arlene Goree. And now presenting our candidates for the Masters of Business Administration. Austin Michael Andrews. We're not going to talk about it, right? Tangela Atkinson. Shannon Pridgeon Bain. Krista Ray Beeman. Little curtsy, exactly. Nicholas Leon Bostic. Melda Cuddington Brincheck. Victoria Glaspie Brinson. Stephen Earl Brown, Jr. Georgia Helena Cruthis. Latanya Darlene Foster. Adam Christopher Golbiowski. Crystal D. Heckard. Mackenzie Braswell Holland. Ted Stephen Hunt, Jr. Matthew Allen Johnson. Harry Curry Kramer V. Might need a ladder on this one. Hey, they figured it out. Joseph Kelly Lawler. Gotcha. Christy Amanda Manning. Jessica Massey Matthews. Kathleen Olson. Austin Bentley Owen. They'll get you, no worries. Emmanuel Fitzgerald Patton. George Michael Potsko IV. Crystal Nicole Schaub. Amanda Sue Shinsky. Rukia Singletary. Donna M. Smith. Latoya Outlaw Stevens. Jennifer Caitlin Taylor. Donovan Reese Thornton. Amanda Lee Van.
From our Mount Olive location, main campus, from the School of Arts and Sciences, Kayla Morgan Allen. Janine Blackwell, cum laude. Jennifer Catherine Bird. Khadijah Carbone. Jordan Bradley Cutchins, magna cum laude. Taekwon Edwards. Alicia Espinoza, magna cum laude. James Kenneth Gilliam. April Rutledge Grady. Alexis Jade Hobson. Teresa Morris Hunsucker. Christy Ann Johnson, magna cum laude. Weston Cole Locklear. Morgan Haley Mathis. McTasia Denise Mickle. Kenyatta Chanel Miller. Julie Catherine Milligan. Selena Montalongo. Karen Michelle Pike. Sandra Powell Hardy. Daria Latrice Simmons. Chanel Nicole Stewart. Ayana Rajay Thomas. Sarah Elizabeth Williams.
Tillman School of Business, Evening College, Michaela Cicerelli.
From our Seymour Johnson Air Force Base location, from the School of Arts and Sciences, David Serrano Santiago, summa cum laude.
Tillman School of Business, Seymour Johnson, Ashley Lynn Cobb.
From our New Bern location, from the School of Arts and Sciences, Caitlin Joanne Brown. Natalie Daniels Gibble. Diane K. Till. Laura Smith Hartley. Mario Jeffrey Moline. Jessica Olachea. Jeffrey Miller Simpson.
Tillman School of Business, New Bern location, Alston Taylor Smith. Carrie Adam Garrett.
From our Mount Olive Evening College location, School of Arts and Sciences, Jasmine Sue Brock. Claudia Calderon. Lavelle Denise Payne, honors. William Sessions, Jr. Lisa Adams English. Annette Bonner. Jennifer Lynn Combs. Lorena Esparza. Sharon Denise Foy. Mary Maisha Green, magna cum laude. Larica Jackson Graham. Brittany Nicole Johnson. Anna Suzanne Kennedy, magna cum laude. Melanie Malcolm Powell, summa cum laude. Tanisha Shante Stansel. Karen Sutherland Stevenson, summa cum laude. Brittany Prince Swanner. Glenda Denise Game Thomas, summa cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Wadsworth.
Tillman School of Business, Mount Olive Evening College, Casey Nicole Adams. Jessica Edwards Allen. Megan Nelson Bartlett, summa cum laude. Amanda Lynn Bird. Anna Caitlin Capps. Avis Benita Chasen. Tawanda Atkinson Faison. Gayla Dewan Gibbs. Christopher Dale Leggett. Zaida Solis Parton, magna cum laude. Crystal Nagel Rayner. Travis Boyd Salazar. Diana Nelms Spence, cum laude. Johanna Paoli Bali Gutierrez. Shantae Nicole West.
From our Wilmington location, from the School of Arts and Sciences, Alexandria Yvonne James.
Tillman School of Business, Wilmington location. Jamie L. Britt. Desiree Nichelle Daniels. David Calvert Pachel III. Rafael Eladio Sierra, Jr.
From our Research Triangle Park location, from the School of Arts and Sciences, Sariva Frazier Justice. Courtney Renee Jones. Julia Sundemai Pega B. Latanya Strader. Regina Renee Williams. Ronnie Wilson. Megan Kathleen Black, magna cum laude. Shananda Burchette Dillon. Latasha Sherelle Garner. Dana Michelle Hamlet. Vicki Lee. Kokita Shelton. Ronisha Alexandria Steele.
Nicole Javette Bordeaux Cruz. This is the Tillman School of Business at the Research Triangle Park. Lashondra Charvis Chavis. Kijwana Nicole Forbes. Shanna Denise Gonder. Shalandra D. Hewley. Martinez. Victor Martinez, cum laude. William Scott Mitchell. Victoria Korger Mullenberg. Namalanga Pearl Newby. Laura Ashley Solomon, magna cum laude. Kimberly Jewel Starkey. Latanya Yvette Taylor.
From our Washington location, from the School of Arts and Sciences, Joshua Lee Williams. Letitia Denise Bradley. Kathleen Kennedy, cum laude. Deidre Daniels. Sharita Janae Ellison, magna cum laude. Javonda Jarmise Johnson. Michael Clareem Smith. William Tyler Swain.
Washington location, Tillman School of Business. Camille Hardison Jones, magna cum laude. Jack Dillard Morris. Simon Christopher Twitty.
From our Jacksonville location, School of Arts and Sciences, Lindsay Chanel Gilliam. Tamario Hall. Julio Lopez Harmio. Andrea Odette McKellar. Randa Ramos Hernandez, honors. Karen Brinson. Ellen Marie Dibble, magna cum laude. Joseph Lloyd Greinke. Jennifer Mary Carley.
Andrew Leonard Cecil, Jacksonville location. Carmen Moore Corbett. Gabrielle Nicole Dirk, summa cum laude. Luis A. Fernandez. Erica Chanel Harden. Charla Ray James. Alicia Yvette Milton. Allison Paige Vasquez.
Graduates, the turning of the tassel signifies that the class of August 2018 is beginning the journey of continued personal and academic exploration. You will forever be in the hearts of fellow university alumni, faculty, and staff. Class of August 2018, please rise and join together as we move our tassels from the right to the left. I now invite Brian DuBose, President of the University of Mount Olive Alumni Association, to come to the podium for a message to our new alumni.
Good afternoon. I would like to start by taking this opportunity to welcome Dr. and Mrs. Poole on behalf of UMO alumni. We look forward to working with you in order to forge an even better University of Mount Olive. And now for the real reason we're all here. Congratulations to you, our 2018 UMO graduates, and welcome as the newest members of the University of Mount Olive alumni. We all have taken different paths to get here. Some right out of high school with a goal of completing college, and in 4 years they were done. Others went into the military and then did the college thing. Then others, like myself, went to college right out of high school, and then, well, life happened. And we were unable to complete our education. We are grateful that UMO had a program in place which allowed us to finish what we started. Lastly, some even began college late in life to fulfill a dream or a goal they had. It does not matter how we got here or how young or how old we are forever bound together as Trojans, alumni of the University of Mount Olive. Yeah, go ahead. This is truly an important event in your life, and you should be proud of your accomplishment. Today, as you embark upon the next chapter of your life, I want to encourage you to never forget your fellow alums and the relationships you created while at Mount Olive. The memories of your time here will forever live on in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. I would like to challenge you to actively participate in your alumni association. First, association activities are a great way to stay connected to fellow classmates and to meet other alumni through social events and reunions. Personally, as a graduate of the Wilmington location, I've had the opportunity to meet and make friendships with alumni from the Mount Olive Junior College years, others like myself from the Mount Olive College years, and with the University of Mount Olive graduates and students. Secondly, active membership is a great way to keep informed on what is happening at UMO. There are exciting changes happening, such as the new track and lacrosse field that we recently got, the now completed renovation of the chapel, and the new dorm buildings at the appropriately named Kerstetter Commons. Not to mention the changes occurring downtown with the relocation of the University Advancement and Alumni offices, as well as the new theater facility that is being constructed. And lastly, please consider giving of your time, your talents, and financially to the Alumni Association and to the University of Mount Olive. A strong, active alumni association is so important to the life and future of any university. You can make a difference. Your gifts make it possible for others to experience and benefit from this life-changing place. I would like to urge each of you to join the UMO Young Alumni Society. Also, I would like to mention the UMO North Carolina License Plate Initiative. We now have the opportunity to have a license plate with the UMO logo. We need your involvement in order for this to happen because we have to have 300 paid and submitted applications before any license plates are created. You can contact Hope Fields or Peyton Moore at the Alumni Office for details or visit them at the Alumni tent outside. Again, I congratulate you, The University of Mount Olive class of 2018, I encourage you to cherish our heritage, treasure your memories of your time here at the University of Mount Olive. I pray God will bless you, and I look forward to seeing each of you at future UMO alumni events. Go Trojans!
Thank you, Brian. I now invite Dr. Poole back to the podium for remarks.
Well, as part of the Trojan Nation, allow me to take this moment to offer my personal congratulations to each of you. I also want to congratulate your family and friends, because we know that what you've accomplished is because of the support, the love, the understanding, and the sacrifice of many. I'm proud you chose the University of Mount Olive, and we're excited that we get to be a part of this commencement ceremony with you. Mary and I chose Mount Olive. Mount Olive chose us, so we're all in this together to make a huge difference in the local, in the regional, in the national, and in some cases, for some of you, the international community, and we applaud you for that. You have my very best wishes for your continued personal and professional success. So may your light shine forth so that others can see the good things that you do, and may God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless.
In a moment, I will ask you to stand for the singing of the alma mater, followed by the benediction. But first, allow me to attend to some closing details. I wish to thank the marshals for their assistance today, Dr. Alan Armstrong for the beautiful music, and a special word of thanks is due to Ms. Vicki Warwick, the chair of the Commencement Committee, for making everything go so smoothly today. Extraordinary work as always, Vicki. We're proud of you. Finally, in order that the recessional may proceed in an orderly manner, we do ask that you will stay in your places until the graduates have cleared the hall, and then please join us outside for a reception that will follow the ceremony. We will now proceed to the singing of the alma mater. This will be led by Ms. Samantha Martin, the UMO vocal performance major. Following the singing of our alma mater, the Reverend Carlin Williamson will offer the benediction. The words of the alma mater are printed in your program, and I invite you to stand.
Let us pray. Creator of the universe, make us explorers of the Spirit and pioneers in a new order of sisterhood and brotherhood and peace. Equip these graduates and all your people with justice and righteousness, with wisdom and courage, with compassion and mercy, that we might be the servants of your purposes upon this earth. Make us good enough, great enough, and strong enough for the age in which we live. Grant that goodness and mercy may follow us all our days, that we may abide with you forever. In your precious name we pray. Amen.